This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 12th day of April in the year 2022. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. A 33-year marriage ended in death early this morning as 57-year-old East Coast Demerara resident Savitri Raj was brutally stabbed to death by her husband at their Fowles home. The man escaped and remains on the run. The two are reportedly having problems in their marriage. Just recently, the wife filed a complaint against the husband with the police after he physically assaulted her by beating her with a bottle. The man was charged last week but released on bail, and the two continue to live together. He was slated to return to court tomorrow for the continuation of the assault case. The problems between the couple worsened overnight when their son, who lives in the bottom flat of their home, said he heard his mother screaming out. The young man told investigators that when he ran to the upper flat of the house, he saw his mother lying in blood and his father escaping through a window in the house. Emergency services were contacted, and Savitri Raj was pronounced dead at the scene. The Guyana Police Force today issued a wanted bulletin for the husband, 56-year-old Vijamal Raj. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is asked to contact the nearest police station or call 911. A sister of the dead woman told News Source that she visited with the family early yesterday and spoke to the husband and wife about the troubles in their relationship, telling them that if they were having problems in the relationship, they should go their separate ways. According to the sister, Sandra Hirlal, the couple were living a happy life up until a month ago when the argument started and threats of abuse began. She said she would visit them often and was left confused by the sudden problems in the relationship.
He beat her with a beer bottle, knocked her with a beer bottle, and she go to the welfare. And from the welfare, she said she go to the welfare, send her to the station. And after the station, then end up into the court. So the first calling, he go where see. The second calling is Wednesday come in, the magistrate put he forgot Wednesday, he and his wife and his son Wednesday. So now me come yesterday, was the board, and me come yesterday for visit see and she husband. And me talk to both of them, said, oh man, this not time for live like this. This is time for live happy, peace and understanding. I too got to make up and talk. And if I want, I go court and let the court decide what to do with I too. Yeah, and me don't know because me don't live here.
And what type of person was she? How would you remember her?
Me remember her as a quiet person, and she was easy. Everybody talking about she. Everybody talking about her husband also was a quiet person. And me know this only a month ago this thing a carry on.
According to Ms. Hirlal, her sister was very caring and quiet and would always look out for family members. She said that death is unbearable, especially since she celebrated her birthday yesterday and has now been thrown into grief with the death of her sister. The police investigations into the murder are ongoing this evening. More news coming up in just a moment.
Ready, set, go! You cannot afford to miss the excitement of GTT's Easter Supermarket Sweepstake promotion that runs now until April 11, 2022. Simply activate any data plan, pay any GTT bill via MMG, top up $1,000 or more on MMG or via any GTT retail store or agent to enter for a chance to win a supermarket sweep at a major supermarket. First prize, get a chance to sweep up $150,000 in groceries. Second prize, you can grab up to $100,000 in groceries. And for the third prize, you can sweep up to $50,000 in groceries. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to enter the GTT Supermarket Sweepstake promotion now. Promotion ends April 11, 2022. See press for more details. GTT. Together we connect to this Easter season. Together we rise.
Have you heard the news?
The CPL is back.
Done! Yes!
The finals coming to Guyana.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
See you there.
The Ministry of Education is making a significant investment in the education system to distribute textbooks to every primary school pupil to support them at school and at home. So students and parents, please take good care of the textbooks loaned to you and remember to return them at the end of the school year so that the next batch of students can use them. Before collecting the textbooks, parents will sign a contract promising to ensure the books are kept in good condition and to return them. Parents will be required to pay the cost to replace or repair any of the lost or damaged books. So let's do the right thing and use the books wisely so that as many students can benefit across Guyana. A message from the Ministry of Education.
Laughter is the best medicine to relieve some of your stress. Cigars and Cognac, Eco Bar and Lounge presents Comedy Tuesdays this and every Tuesday, featuring Chow Pao, Mark Edwards and others. If that's not enough, come sing your heart's content at our Karaoke Wednesdays. Every Wednesday is a song-filled Wednesday with lots of prizes to be won. Or enjoy our Cocktail Thursdays, the Cigars and Cognac way, with over a dozen mixtures to choose from. Buy one cocktail and get the other one free, with entertainment provided by Gully Raps. Don't waste another Friday night. Kickstart your weekend at Cigars and Cognac, Champagne City. Bottle special all night on Moet and Bel Air Rosé as top DJs entertain the house to keep the vibes pumping as the champagne flows. This and every Friday, Champagne City. Come, enjoy the vibes at your favorite entertainment spot. Laugh, have a beer, enjoy mouth-watering cutters at Cigars and Cognac. For reservations, call 678-4792.
Live your fantasy at Fantasy Gaming Lounge. Win big daily. Millions in cash prizes every week. Now located at Giftland Mall, Fantasy Gaming Lounge, the best bet in town.
Every day I'm a new style come again. Tell it to your enemy and tell it to your friend. Watch Guyanese girl, them a hurtle, and them a do it in a circle. Watch me, missing each and every year flashback come again. Tell it to your enemy and tell it to your friend. Well, if you're ready for the party, ya then flashback, tell them a the trend. Follow me sing. This are not talking about a fly nor no bees. No girl can whine like Guyanese. Watch the girl, them a do it in a circle. Guyanese girls, them a dance in a circle. Hear me and say, you know me go banter, you know I sound boy killer, I represent the Golden Smile family, you know say flashback, old school party. You know say, oh, the vibes is plenty. Slow down.
Combo pack up, we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best. Best value to how you feeling. Ole cheesy, too much ripples and more combo pack up flavors galore, yeah. Combo pack up, we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best.
Sunshine Snacks Combo Pack, now with a new look and new mix. Grab your pack today.
Best mix, so we feeling best.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100.
Welcome back. 9 years after the disappearance of Guyana Energy Agency employee Levoy Talgett, the Guyana Police Force appears to be now treating the disappearance as a murder case. Today, the police issued a wanted bulletin for this man, a suspect in the murder. In a statement this morning, the police issued a wanted bulletin for 44-year-old Suzdike resident Ryvan Shervin Francis. The man's last known address was given as Sharma Ali Suzdike on the east bank of the Marara. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is being asked to contact the nearest police station or call 911. Francis was previously held for questioning about Talgett's disappearance in 2013, but he was released from custody without being charged with any crime. He became a person of interest back in 2013 when he was reportedly found in possession of some of the missing man's belongings. The suspect had admitted to selling a phone that belonged to Talgett and hiding his car, but maintained that he had nothing to do with the young man's disappearance. The car was found stashed in a trail along the Linden-Suslike Highway. Over the years, the family of Leroy Talgett repeatedly called for the rearrest of the suspect and for him to be questioned more, since they were convinced that he had something to do with their son's disappearance. Leroy Talgett was 25 years old at the time of his disappearance. He was last seen driving his Toyota Ram motor car. His body was never found. Two U.S. citizens who were outgoing passengers at the Cheddi-Jagan International Airport were arrested on Sunday with forged COVID-19 test certificates. The man and woman were preparing to board a New York-bound Caribbean Airlines flight when their COVID-19 negative test certificates that carry the Sheriff Medical Center logo were suspected to be forged. In a statement, the police said after airport officials suspected the documents to be forged, they contacted the Sheriff Medical Center, and based on the center's records, it was found that the certificates were indeed forged copies. The two were detained and handed over to the police for questioning, but later released on bail as the investigations by the police got underway. The Police Force's Public Relations Department said the investigations are ongoing, but would not release the names of the two suspects. There have been a number of incidents where both forged COVID-19 test results and forged vaccination cards have been uncovered by the authorities. Well, the People's National Congress reform today raised concerns over what it sees as a plan by the governing People's Progressive Party to pad the voters list. Last year, the government used its majority in the National Assembly and amended the Registration of Births and Deaths Act. One of the amendments to the Act outlines the process by which a person can obtain a birth certificate in Guyana. The Act does not stipulate that a person must be a Guyanese citizen by birth in order to obtain a birth certificate. It allows a person to obtain a birth certificate once they have a prescribed form signed by someone of high standing in the community, including a community leader or a tushao, among other similar provisions. Executive member of the People's National Congress Reform and opposition MP Amanzo Walton Desire today said that the provisions of the amended act are harmful and are a recipe for political mischief.
We cautioned then that this was a plan to covertly effect tens of thousands of birth registrations, particularly in those far-flung hinterland regions, using an established network of PPPC-aligned justices of the peace, toshaos, and notaries public.
Mr. Zir says it is very dangerous and it should be addressed.
This danger is compounded by the fact that the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, is engaged in office-based registration and not house-to-house registration, which means that any person in possession of a Guyana birth certificate who is aged 14 years and above can present themselves to the relevant GCOM office and must be entered on the National Register of Registrants.
According to the opposition member of parliament, the intent of the legislation is compounded by several factors, one of which is the Attorney General's relentless criticism over the alleged corrupt dealings of justices of the peace and notaries public.
It is therefore the highest level of hypocrisy for the government to have entrusted these same officials, some of whom they deemed corrupt when it suited their purposes, with the power to essentially confer the status of a citizen of Guyana upon an individual.
And the MP explained that the law not only sets the stage for electoral malpractice, but can compromise the country's national security, since any person can present themselves to be registered. Last year, the Attorney General defended the amendments to the Act, saying that it now allows adults who may have never been in possession of a birth certificate to obtain one. Now let's tell you that the President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Justice Adrian Saunders, is not giving appeal to the notion in Guyana and other jurisdictions that the court is biased. The Caribbean Court of Justice was thrown into the local spotlight following the no-confidence motion in the government in 2018 and the aftermath of the 2020 elections. The court has been heavily criticized for some of the judgments handed down during that period. But the President of the court during the Bar Association's dinner on Saturday assured that the court has always carried out its mandate free of political and other influence. Justice Saunders explained that when the court hands down its judgments, there will always be an unsuccessful side or a party that is unhappy with the manner in which the court has resolved the matter. The CCJ president noted that now more than ever, Guyana's judiciary must be impartial, independent, competent, efficient, and effective. On the other hand, he said the executive needs to provide the judiciary with its reasonable needs, noting that 3 judges on the Court of Appeal, for example, are simply not enough. In the world of business right now, a new local e-commerce platform is aiming to give Guyanese businesses a new avenue to showcase and market their products on the international scene. The new platform, Stabrook GY Online Marketplace, is expected to revolutionize the way Guyanese products and services are sold online, according to the people behind the new platform. The new e-commerce platform was launched this morning by a group of young Guyanese as the company is set to go fully into business in the new month. Speaking of the launch, the Chief Executive Officer of the company, Altia Tony, explained that the business was birthed out of an idea to showcase Guyanese products to the world.
As a consequence, Stabrook Online Marketplace is able to provide direct access to the products unique to Guyanese culture, as well as Guyana's tourism product to Guyanese far away and for others just discovering Guyana.
According to Ms. Tony, the new company will act as a facilitator for local businesses beyond Guyana's borders, and it will also cater to payment platforms for both buyers and sellers. The company is also set to deal with all the logistics and other services to ensure seamless shipping and delivery of items sold through the site. The CEO said the new platform offers a safer and smoother way of doing business in Guyana, and she believes it will open new markets for local companies.
You have a consolidated, or you have a business solution in one platform. So we offer the payment component, we offer the logistics alternatives or options that are required, and we also offer the after-sale customer service that would not necessarily be offered on the Facebook Marketplace. With regard to transaction, the accountability that is required to respect customer rights and ensure that there are no violations in that regard is something that you are guaranteed of on Stabrook Online Marketplace, but not so much on Facebook Marketplace.
President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Timothy Tucker, welcomed the new e-commerce platform, and he said the Chamber of Commerce looks forward to working with the new company.
The purpose, again, of the Small Business Week was to, advertise and promote small businesses that are taking part in the event, and of course, this now will continue that journey of small businesses because it gives them the opportunity to have what is intended by the Small Business Week to be done in 1 week, that this can be done all year round, and of course, internationally. So we are very pleased and happy to have this done. Of course, it goes to show that the GCCI, of course, with our work with agro-processors and getting them HACCP and GMP certified so that the products can enter international markets. Of course, their labeling and branding work that we would have done with them. And of course, our continued battles of getting barriers, non-tariff barriers removed so that goods can go throughout the Caribbean and wider, easy access to that.
Meanwhile, Director of Business at the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, John Edgell, said the initiative must also look to target people and companies beyond the coastland so that all could really benefit.
But I have a unique challenge that I would like to throw out to your venture today. Because of the travel that I've done since entering into this position. So I've traveled pretty much every region of this country now, and we still see that there is a lot of support for the coastal communities. So, as you said, you want us to be the biggest and largest e-commerce marketplace. We must include all of the interior locations. So in Region 1, in all the sub-districts, I would love to see the participation, and the ministry would love to see the participation of small businesses from those regions. In Region 9 in the Rupununi, even in Region 7, every part of this country must be covered by Stabrook Online Marketplace.
It was noted that the government has also built out a roadmap for all to benefit from networking with the new ventures. The Stabrook e-commerce platform will roll out fully in the month of May.
Have you heard the news?
The CPL is back.
Oh, yes!
The finals coming to Guyana.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
It's going to be a carnival of cricket.
See you there.
Laughter is the best medicine to relieve some of your stress. Cigars and Cognac, Eco Bar and Lounge presents Comedy Tuesdays. This and every Tuesday, featuring Chow Pao, Mark Edwards and others. If that's not enough, come sing your heart's content at our Karaoke Wednesdays. Every Wednesday is a song-filled Wednesday with lots of prizes to be won. Or enjoy our Cocktail Thursdays, the Cigars and Cognac way, with over a dozen mixtures to choose from. Buy one cocktail and get the other one free, with entertainment provided by Gully Raps. Don't waste another Friday night. Kickstart your weekend at Cigars and Cognac, Champagne City. Bottle special all night on Moet and Belair Rosé, as top DJs entertain the house to keep the vibes pumping as the champagne flows. This and every Friday, Champagne City. Come, enjoy the vibes at your favorite entertainment spot. Laugh, have a beer, enjoy mouth-watering cutters at Cigars and Cognac. For reservations, call 678-4792.
Every day a new style come again. Tell it to your enemy and tell it to your friend. Watch Guyanese girl, them a hurtle, and them a do it in a circle. Watch me, missing each and every year. Flashback come again. Tell it to your enemy and tell it to your friend. Well, if you're ready for the party, ya then flashback, tell them a the trend. All me sing. This are not talking about a fly nor no bees. No girl can whine like Guyanese. Watch the young them a do it in a circle. Guyanese girls them a dance in a circle. Everyone say no, me go banter. You know I sound boy killer represent the Golden Smile family. You know say flashback old school party. You know say oh the vibes is plenty. Slow down.
Live your fantasy at Fantasy Gaming Lounge. Win big daily. Millions in cash prizes every week. Now located at Giftland Mall, Fantasy Gaming Lounge, the best bet in town.
The Ministry of Education is making a significant investment in the education system to distribute textbooks to every primary school pupil to support them at school and at home. So students and parents, please take good care of the textbooks loaned to you and remember to return them at the end of the school year so that the next batch of students can use them. Before collecting the textbooks, parents will sign a contract promising to ensure the books are kept in good condition and to return them. Parents will be required to pay the cost to replace or repair any of the lost or damaged books. So let's do the right thing and use the books wisely so that as many students can benefit across Guyana. A message from the Ministry of Education.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Across the region tonight in Trinidad and Tobago, the former police commissioner Gary Griffith is promising his party, the National Transformation Alliance, will bring about a tsunami of change. He claimed that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is already shaking in his boots. The former top cop in Trinidad says he intends to form a political party, and his decision was based on him speaking to thousands of persons from different aspects of society who said they wanted an independent political vehicle that can transform the country. Griffith said the problems that occurred with the police commissioner process as grounds for any prime minister to be removed from office. He claimed that Rowley's focus was on removing him, regardless of what the country wanted, and cited successful crime statistics. Noting that the governing PNM held a meeting in Diego Martin last week, Griffith said that is a sign of fear, and that the Prime Minister is fearful of what is coming, and he knows a tsunami of what will happen will hit for his Tobago seat. In the Bahamas, the former Governor General of the Bahamas, Sir Arthur Foulkes, believes it is time for the Bahamas to move away from Great Britain and become a republic. In an exclusive interview with Eyewitness News in Bahamas, Sir Arthur lent his support to the ongoing discussion surrounding the removal of the Queen as the country's head of state and how a transition to a republic of the Bahamas could look. He said that it's natural consequence, a natural port of their growth from colonialism to full nationhood, and that they should have an indigenous head of state and not a foreign monarch as their head of state. The recent Caribbean tour by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in celebration of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee has sparked debate over breaking ties with Britain, as Jamaica signaled its own intention to move on during the royal couple's stopover in the country. The tour also inflamed anti-colonial sentiment in the region, with calls for reparations and for former colonies to sever ties with the Commonwealth by seeking to become a republic. And finally tonight, international news. 16 people were injured in a shooting during the morning rush hour at a New York City subway station. The unidentified attacker detonated a smoke bomb and opened fire at Brooklyn's 36th Street station at around 8:30 this morning. Images from the scene showed bloodied passengers lying on the floor of the smoke-filled station. Officials are appealing for information about the gunman who fled the scene and is still at large. The attacker fled wearing what was described as a green construction-type vest and a grey sweatshirt. 10 of those who are being treated for their injuries were shot, while others suffered smoke inhalation as well as injuries sustained during the initial panic. 5 people are in a critical condition but are still listed as stable. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.